I'm having a hard time, guys. I have such mixed feelings on this Brandy Glanville stuff. Such mixed feelings. I'm not going to show the pictures here because it's just like graphic and ridiculous. But for those who don't know, Brandy Glanville has now come out with some pretty horrific images of what is going on with her face, and there's a whole lot of opinions about it. I myself, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time. I want so badly to feel sympathy for her, and I do, right? Like that's like a horrible thing to have happen to you. Because let's not forget about the whole Denise Richards saga, right? One of the most shameful, in my personal opinion, incidents in the history of Real Housewives history, all the franchises. When Brandy took part in and helped to orchestrate what can only be described as a completely homophobic and hypocritical takedown of someone who appeared to have only been really nice to her, which is something that you think Brandy would have been very grateful for, because Brandy has not really ever been wholly welcomed and loved and accepted by the cast of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So you think she would have been like, cool, thanks for being my friend, Denise. But no, she joined Kyle Richards in a homophobic takedown of Denise Richards, which eventually saw her exit the show. It was just a whole completely disgusting, nasty mess, which was completely shameful. And Brandy 100% took part in that for a paycheck. And it was a fucking disgrace. And then we have the Ultimate Girls Trip Morocco incident, which it doesn't really matter if you like Carolyn Manzo or not. I don't like Carolyn Manzo. I don't like people who defend the men who, like held her sister hostage and like beat her. But the details of what Brandy did to Carolyn, like every angle, every story that came out, every angle were fucking horrific. If a man had done what Brandy did, like, you guys would be on here making the worst, most cruel videos about them. Rightly so, right? Because that's sexual assault. And that's just one of like the many ridiculous, beyond the line things that Brandy has done. She keeps doing. She keeps pushing the envelope for that attention, even though it always blows back in her face. And now we have this new story, which there's been like three stories. She said it's a parasite in her face. She said it's angioedema. We've already seen her mess herself up from procedures before. So, I don't believe anything she says at this point, right? It's very, very sad, but I don't believe anything she says. It's just, I have a hard time jumping on board the victim bandwagon when there's just been like horrific behavior. Anyway, I hope Brandy gets some peace and gets some healing, and I think that that will probably happen for her away from the television, away from the cell phone, away from it.